Greetings and welcome back to Victoria 2. Alright, so it's been a while since we've been in Serbia, and this is something that might happen every now and then on my channel because I really only want to cover games when I really feel like playing them. And I guess I've been playing a lot of Victoria 2 before, and I wanted to let it rest for a little while. And also, in case of this situation, it's 1926, which means that we're pretty much in the late game. It's about 10 years left. And the problem is that if you're a secondary power somewhere in Europe, the late game becomes a big mess because I'm not really going to be in control anymore about what happens. There's always going to be someone declaring war against someone else, making sure that there's truces, and those truces will make it so that some of your allies might not be able to join wars that you want to start. And in my case, I do need allies, otherwise I'm going to be utterly annihilated by either the Ottomans or Austria. So we'll just see where this goes. We're making a decent amount of money, and I think, yeah, we're gonna be building a few more armor. Actually, we're still building a few, so let's let that run. Also, we got a bunch of stuff going here. We got a telephone factory, we got an automobile factory, that's good. And let's just continue, I guess. So, we also got our national focus. Let's see, we might need some more soldiers, so let's take a look. 4.4. Let's get some soldiers in northern Serbia. Okay. And I'm gonna have to go to war with Austria, most likely, because I'm not able to go to war with Italy because they are allied with Russia. And you can't go to war with allies of your sphere leader. Now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to go to war with Austria, since they are sphered by Italy. So then I'd be declaring war against a sphereling of sphere leader that's allied with my sphere leader, and I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but it's all I can do. There's also some possibility that someone might bump Austria out of the sphere of Italy, and then I do have a chance to strike. But we need to wait about half a year until we can justify. Then it's gonna take about a year to justify, and then it's gonna take about a year until the justification is gone. So let's say in 2.5 years, hopefully nothing bad happens, but as I said, I'm not really in control anymore, so I don't know what will happen. Alright, we gotta get more armor, so let's disband a bunch of artillery. I'm gonna produce a bunch of panzer divisions to hopefully make it so that our small army is a little bit more powerful than the bigger armies that surround me. Now, Austria doesn't look that big, but they do have 6 million people, whereas I only have about 2 million, so this means that even if their standing army isn't that, well, it is huge. 90 brigades. I have how many? Not even half. Plus they'll be able to mobilize a whole bunch of people, so you shouldn't underestimate Austria despite the fact that they're a little bit smaller than they were in the beginning. Now we also got Germany, which we might be able to ally actually. -9. We could, let's see, -50 because of too many alliances. Now the thing is, with Germany, we might be able to use them to beat up on Austria, since they don't have a truce with Austria, they have a truce with Italy, but if Italy doesn't, actually Italy will join this war, so Germany might not be able to join. I don't know how this goes, but I might be able to get rid of Persia to get Germany. So let's do that. I don't need Persia, really. They're too far away and their troops suck. I'd rather ally Germany. Oh, no. There we go. Now this is a little bit of a gamble, because usually Germany and Russia goes to war very often. And in case that happens, I'm gonna have to choose to join Russia. Otherwise, I'm gonna be losing them as an ally. Underground newspaper. Let's get some consciousness, cause why not? We're making a ton of money. We're still building tanks. Let's build a few more, because tanks are good. Let's get rid of a few more artillery here. I don't want to get rid of too many troops at once, because in case we do get attacked, I want to make sure that I have plenty of troops left. Alright. What about these factories? We got a telephone factory now, but let's prioritize it, and I should get a bunch of people to go work there, so I will perhaps close down the artillery factory for the time being. Let's see, let's lower all of this just for the moment, and we will focus on getting as many people as possible to work in the telephone factory. So let's shut this one down. Most of them should be going over there, but it doesn't always work properly. No, only 2,000. Let's open this one again. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, it is what it is. At least the factory should be growing on its own as well. Let's do this. Alright, that'll have to do. Should be making a decent amount of money from this. Not that money is that much of a concern, but as I'm going to be building more and more tanks and airplanes, it is going to be using up a lot of my resources. Well, not resources, my money. But resources also play a large part, because I might be able to afford purchasing resources for my army, but that doesn't mean that they're going to be available to purchase. Consciousness, yeah, sure. Especially when it comes to tanks and fuel. So I'm going to need to look at the fuel. Obviously, I have no access to oil, but I might be able to get a synthetic oil factory, and then we'll have oil and fuel. Actually, that reminds me, I might be able to build a fuel factory already. I'm gonna have to build it on either Serbia or Croatia. Now, northern Serbia has access to coal, which I'm gonna need for the fuel, the oil factory. So I'm gonna get rid of this thing, and I'm gonna already start building a fuel refinery here. With a little bit of luck, we can actually get access to oil. Maybe the Russians actually have oil. I didn't bother checking. Let's see, where is oil? If I find one oil, I might be able to see where else there's oil. Where would there be oil? Over here, maybe? It's difficult to know. Maybe somewhere in the Americas. Let's take a look. Oil, there we go. So, let's see, where is the oil? Does Russia have oil? They do have a lot of oil here. I guess that's why so many people fight down here. Alright, so Russia does have access to oil, which is good. So it's possible that we might be able to get that fuel factory going once it's done. Now at, when is it? December, I'll be able to do war justification, but I'm not even sure if it's gonna work. Because every 5 years, when the truces end, all these people decide to go fight each other once again, and I don't have much of a choice. If I don't join the wars, I'm gonna lose alliances, and if I lose alliances, I'm gonna get eaten up by some of the powers around me. So, right, let's speed things up actually. Still making a ton of money. We are building all of these. Let's queue up a bunch more. Let's get rid of all my regular artillery. I don't think I need it anymore. It's not that powerful. Oh, no, no. Let's get rid of the ones back here too. Alright. Next up, I might get rid of a few cavalry, although I don't have that many. And they do have decent stats still, 10 attack, 16 defense, so it's not that bad compared to artillery and armor. I do still have plenty of infantry that I might be able to replace by tanks. Eventually, when I mobilize, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of infantry anyway. Oh, what do we got? Call Allied Germany. Okay, Germany, what are you doing? Third French liberation of Elsass-Lotharingen. I guess. Yeah, they should totally be fine. The Ottomans are in this one as well. So I will join the war, but I'm not going to be doing anything. What about Austria? Still only allied with Scandinavia, okay. Oh, what am I doing? As I said, I don't get a lot of choices anymore because I'm not powerful enough to decide my own fate. I'm just gonna have to hope that the great powers don't do anything stupid, but that may be too much to ask. And I don't think I'll be able to form Yugoslavia unless I get very lucky. Okay, it's July, still quite a few months to go before we can get justification going. Still building more and more tanks. I might need some airplanes as well. Now, I'm not entirely certain what the support statistic does. So we get 500% support, which obviously sounds very good, but I don't know exactly what it does. So, let's see. Summary contains 7 engineers. I guess airplanes count as engineers? No, wait. 7 engineers and tank brigades. Oh, okay. So we don't really need engineers anymore, or do we? Because tank brigades seem to totally... Yeah, I don't think we do. Which is a little bit odd. They do have decent attack and defense. I actually didn't know that engineers had such big statistics. That's interesting. But I might keep them around. I'm guessing that the Ottomans are gonna ask for military access soon. I wouldn't mind if they go over here and get themselves killed. Now it seems like we got Belgium invading Germany. I just gotta hope that... Wait, what was that? Oh shit. Oh well, never mind. What's this? Let's quickly go here so that they don't destroy my Panzer division. Curtail distribution, aristocrats, capitalists, yeah, sure. Yeah, there we go. I knew it. Yeah, sure, proceed. I don't mind. Let's actually set this as my rally point instead of, where is it? This place. I don't mind. This way they might go through my land to go and get themselves killed by fighting the French. We got the British now invading. There's a lot of French. France is always quite strong, even though on paper they may not appear to be so powerful. They always seem to find a lot of people to fight. As you can see down here, they got about 200,000, 150,000 over here. And they always seem to get more troops by remobilizing. So, right. I was thinking about perhaps sending, oh shit, some of my troops to go help, but I don't know if I need to. More stupid rebels. You will not defeat my panzer divisions. Just gonna hope that they get killed before my... Oh, well, we're actually done with building tanks, it appears. So, I'm gonna be going for economic responsibility because I want to move on to government interventionism, sorry, for synthetic oil factory. So let's do this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Where are we? October. We might soon-ish be able to justify war, which will be wonderful. In the meantime, my panzer divisions are flattening all the rebels. And another problem, I guess, with Victoria 2 is that in the later years, like the last decade or 2 decades, a lot revolves around war, and war in this game isn't really, I don't know, the main thing to focus on. Anyway, what do we got? Militancy. Beer halls, less militancy. Less farming efficiency, less mining efficiency. You know what, sure, why not? It probably won't affect me that much anyway, since I'm getting a lot of money and taxes from my factories now. Might as well drop some militancy. Alright, we need more tanks, and we need some airplanes maybe. So, let's see, let's get rid of a few infantry. Back here maybe. So these are... I'm gonna get rid of the ones with the flags, because they usually aren't that good anyway, because they might rebel. So let's build some... build an airplane. That's good. I got plenty of money, so that's really not a problem, as long as I can get enough resources. We're about to get the fuel factory. Afterwards, I'm probably going to get rid of the machine parts factory to build a synthetic oil factory. In the meantime, it looks like Germany is now attacking with more people, but they don't have, let's see, 160 brigades versus 400 brigades. So yeah, France does have a lot of troops, but the British are invading, so all Germany has to do is try and hold the line. I'm gonna assume that they're gonna win. They are winning, probably because of the... let's see. No, actually Africa isn't that... not much is happening. I could send one of my panzer divisions to go crush some French people to help the war, but I'm gonna keep it going. Oh, wait a minute, I should have been going for war justification. Let's do that quickly. Acquire state, proceed. Alright. Vertel sphered. Oh, wait a minute, they just got bumped out of the sphere. That's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So, all I gotta do is get the justification and then go to war. We might... oh, son of a... why? I guess they bumped themselves out of the sphere. Let's see, so they're at war with Italy. So this means that Russia will not call me to war, which means that I'm not going to be getting a... aha, okay, so this is actually a good possibility, as long as Russia doesn't call me to war, but we did see the Italian flag pop up, so this means that yeah, Russia will not be calling me to war, and we're detected, but that's okay. I do think we have a good opportunity here to take over something. As long as Italy doesn't take over Slovenia, that'd be great. But they don't have a core here, so I doubt it. What was that? I don't know. Something popped up. What's Austria thinking anyway? Let's see, Italy does still have quite a lot of military strength. That's weird. So I guess they bumped themselves out of the sphere. It's very possible. I'm glad, because that isolates them, and it should be possible for me to attack them once this is done. Not even be able to call Germany into that one, because they don't have a truce with Austria, so this could be good. Why do we have so few troops here? I thought this stack was bigger. Oh well. How are we doing? We should be able to build a few more. So let's build some more airplanes, don't build another tank. We're gonna need a lot of troops to fight against Austria. They're actually invading now. I honestly don't care if they win or lose. Well, I'd prefer them to lose, obviously, because then they will have less troops. They get 100 brigades, that's quite a bit. In total, I'd be able to get, let's see, 40-ish and 27. That'd be about I don't know, 65, which is not a lot. Famine strikes again. In Bosnia. Well, of course we will aid them. No. No access for Austria. That'd be stupid. Ooh, they're actually engaging quite a big force back here. Let's see. This is irregular, unfortunately, so they will plow through them, but it delays them. We just gotta wait for the right moment to strike. Gotta wait for that justification. Since Austria is very occupied, they're actually winning, mainly because Italy and Russia are being stomped by this war. Actually, no, Russia isn't in this one. That's weird. Blood and the Roses. Fear of Jingoism. Do I have war exhaustion? No, I don't. We're in it to win, of course we are. Alright, there we go. Economic responsibility. Now I should go for government interventionism, so that we can get the synthetic oil factory, or I could also go for synthetic polymers. Let's see, how long would that take? 20,000 points at, well, let's say 60 per day. That's, well, yeah, that's about a year. That's a little long, isn't it? But I would really like that extra supply limit. Let's see, how are we doing with the justification? 170 days. And how is Austria doing? 150 brigades now, that's just insane. But they have a lot of people living there. I just gotta hope that eventually, well, maybe not Italy, but Russia will be able to crush him. Because this is the only war Russia is in. And even though they're not at their best, they still might be able to crush some Austrians. Actually, Italy isn't in this war either. They are in this war, however. What the hell? Scandinavian liberation of southern Finland. Alright, and yeah, well, this complicates matters a lot. I guess the only chance that I have is if I attack Austria while they are engaged as well, so we gotta hope that those wars still go on for a while. 170 days until I can declare war on Austria. So, oh yeah, research. Synthetic polymers could be useful. Yeah, let's do this first actually, for some extra supply. That'll allow me to have bigger armies plowing through Austria. Meanwhile, Scandinavia is... what are you doing anyway? Access from Tunis. Which side are you on? Tunis back here, fighting against Austria. Sure, why not? I think one of the wars just ended. Yeah, the war with the Germans. Not sure who won. I guess, no wait, France is still... yeah, France won, I suppose. Holy crap, they got 600 brigades. That's insane. Now these are allied with Scandinavia as well. So probably gonna be going to war with Scandinavia too. I just gotta hope that this war goes well. It looks like at least Scandinavia is losing this one for the time being. Most of the military power is coming from Italy, but oftentimes Italy just has a bunch of troops in Africa doing not much. Wait, what's all this? Wait, who's sieging this? Scandinavia, alright. Oh, let's hope that Italy can summon some troops here to hold back the Austrians. They gotta be occupied enough so that I can attack in a few... well, I might be able to get Germany involved, although they're in very dire state, but they still have 100,000 troops there, so it could be useful to have them involved. We're still allied, which is good. Oh, son of a bitch. Well, thank you, Italy. Now we're gonna totally screw up my whole... Fuck's sake. This is gonna be bad. Or is it still holding steady? But I do think my factories... Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get any rubber. Damn you, Italy. You're a douchebag. Damn it. When that rubber supply goes, I'm gonna have to be paying a ton of... Well, we're still getting some, but not enough. A ton of subsidies. And we're not even gonna be getting any tanks, so... Fuck's sake, Italy. They've done nothing but screw me over all the time. Like taking Dalmatia, spearing Austria, making it a lot more difficult to... Okay, this war has just ended, it seems. And I guess Austria won. God damn it. Damn you, Italy, damn you. As I said, I don't have a lot of control anymore about what happens. Alright, anyway, guess I'm gonna be ending this episode here, so thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.